Thank you so much for inviting me here. And special thanks to Dr. Shalini for following up and making sure that I'm here. So truly grateful for that push towards me. And yes, good morning, everyone. This is a great opportunity for me to come and address such an august gathering. And I completely agree with you, sir. हम ऐसे बहुत forums में जाते हैं, and digital education is one of the hot topics that's always discussed. But yes, let's not make it more of a pravachan or ज्ञान कि हमें ऐसा करना चाहिए. हम तो कर रहे हैं, but let's learn from each other and understand how we make sure that students of today who are going to be future leaders, how do we equip them with the best knowledge, with best attitude and skills, so that tomorrow when we meet them after 25 years and when they are leading any particular organization, they remember us, be it education companies like Adobe or teachers and principals like you. And I'm sure we all do that. At least I do remember, and I'm always grateful to my teachers who taught me in school time. Let me take a step back. Why am I here and why Dr. Shalini invited me? Well, I work for a company called Adobe. Who all know what is Adobe, and are we using any of the Adobe products in education? Okay, thanks for that. Okay, one more hands. So बहुत कम लोगों को पता है, so then I think I'll start with the context. So this was not on my agenda, but I think I'm going to digress from my speaking points which I had prepared to what I really need to speak here in today's session. Photoshop, PDF, नाम तो सुना होगा, right? Yes, we are that organization. And that is not all. Let me also share with you. Our mission is to make sure that creativity and digital and artificial intelligence tools are available and accessible to all, be it students, be it teachers, be it administrators of schools, and of course universities as well. Photoshop is almost like a household name. It's become a verb now, and PDF is the de facto form that if we have to create any worksheet or anything on the Word document, we always convert to PDF because the documents are more secure there and nobody can alter the information that we have provided. So yes, that's Adobe. And a lot of people come and tell me Adobe, or that's whichever way, is you are comfortable in addressing the company. We like to call ourselves, with an E towards the end, it's Adobe. That's the way we pronounce our organization. Now, if I take a step back, today we almost have about 40 million students and teachers across the globe using our tools. And that is not enough. If I come back to India, we have a huge demographic dividend. And with 250 million students in schools and 38 million in higher education, we have a long way to go. Therefore, it's imperative that we work closely with schools, with teachers, to lay that foundation of skills for students. India, I'm sure, and I'm not going into any of the details, and as Sir has rightly said, we will talk about action points. How do we make sure that digital education is accessible and available to each and every student? And we all know that India is almost on the way to become $1 trillion digital economy. Something very interesting that I came across a couple of weeks back. I was scrolling through the Instagram reels, and I came across a recent video that was by a famous news anchor, Miss Palki Sharma. And if you have seen her video about Oxford, yes, so everybody is nodding. So great. And the way she introduces digitization in India is through fruit sellers, through vegetable vendors on the roadside, and how she felt, a proud Indian when she entered the airport because of the digitization. And I'm sure we all agree. हम जब कभी सब्जी लेते हैं या कोई छोटी से छोटी चीज़ भी अगर हमें transaction करनी है, people have stopped carrying cash in their wallets. We either use the digital mode of payment, or so that's what India is all about. Now, each and every person, we all use smartphones, We all pay our telephone bills through the apps that we have on our smartphones. Digi Yatra, which has made our life so easy when we have to travel, be it booking airline tickets, shopping is online, you name it, and our lives are touched by digital. And therefore, education is not far behind. We have already experienced that during the pandemic, though we were thinking that yes, studies will suffer, but somehow it accelerated. And that was the starting point of Digital India, where we started giving online education to students. Learning continued, but of course there was a loss of learning outcomes because the understanding what you can have with the teacher in front of you on the concepts that the teacher puts across, definitely that was at loss. And of course, a personal interaction is always valued over an online connection. So I'll come back to the topic, which is very close to my heart, on digital in education, digitization in education, and what are the opportunities and challenges. Opportunities are immense, definitely. When we talk about from an industry standpoint, today, if you look at the hiring trends, there are skills which are always valued more than education. I was hiring someone on my team a couple of weeks back, and there were two very essential points that I was keen to understand how creative that person would be in terms of presenting the story, presenting the learnings, presenting the project findings, rather than just putting together a PowerPoint presentation. So that's about creativity. Number two, collaboration, teamwork, time management, and overall problem-solving skills, because nothing is simple in life. We all face challenges. But at the same time, we also feel that if we start nurturing students right from childhood, right from the time they are in school, we definitely give them an advantage, or we prepare them from what's coming ahead. So, yes, skills are important. So that's a big opportunity for us, that we are talking about digital education, let's start giving students skills that they need to succeed. And the first starting point is integrate it as a part of the curriculum. I was very happy to meet ma'am who was sitting next to me, because I know that Manthan School is using some of our products and we have trained their teachers as well. But of course, if again, I'm making this open offer to everyone because our tools are available for all. We believe in creativity for all. Therefore, these tools, digital tools, are available along with content and curriculum for teachers. Because if we don't train teachers, they will not be upskilled to skill students. So that's my first submission here to the larger audience. When we look at skilling students, please invest in upskilling teachers. If they have the right tools, they understand how to use technology, there is no challenge in terms of digitization that we cannot accomplish. So that is my first submission over here. Number two, how are we making sure that the students have the right tools? Plenty of options are available. I also came across a situation where some of the students had asked me, hey, can we use ChatGPT? I cannot say yes or no, but my only neutral answer would be, you can take pointers to help you in the right direction, but you have to use your own thought process on how to assess that information and then present it in the right manner so that you are able to hone your communication skills as well. Otherwise, it becomes more of a copy-paste job, which is probably, as an educator, I wouldn't appreciate. I wouldn't even get to know, but I wouldn't appreciate. I want my students to learn, fail, learn again. Well, also at the same time, when we are using digital, it's important that we share the right methods to the students, which is absolutely aligned to content authenticity. That is also third point. So three essential points which I wanted to bring forward and elaborate further in today's talk. A, how are we upskilling teachers? B, how are we making sure that the students have the right tools so that we help them become successful? B, use digital in the right form, in the right way, and of course, keeping in mind all the policies around content authenticity. So let me take the first step in terms of upskilling educators. And I'm going to talk about what we are doing. Please feel free to share more initiatives, because let's make this session more interactive rather than me giving the gyan to all of you. And I'd like to learn from you what are your best practices. So as a part of my team's initiative, we make sure that we do boot camps for teachers. We skill them for the use of technology, and we make sure that they are able to adopt it as a part of the curriculum, be it science, be it vocational education, ICT, social studies. So we do have certain indicative lesson plans that we have created for them, and we hand it over to the teachers. So it's a combination of tools, digital tools, as well as content, so that we equip them. Now enter the classroom. Now make your classrooms digital and make sure your students are learning it. So that's initiative number one. And of course, we give them certificates as well as Adobe Creative Educators. We do have a good community of about 4,000 to 5,000 teachers who are actively working with us. So please feel free to be a part of that and join the team for that. That's step one. Step two, elaborating on my point on digital tools. There are plenty of tools which are available today for students to use, be it Microsoft, Google Classroom. And from an Adobe standpoint, we provide Adobe Express at no cost for school education. Again, building on the point that Sir had said, that it's important, and I'm sure Dr. Saha had made this comment in his inaugural remarks. You have to train students for good 10 to 15 years during their school time, and then hand it over to the universities for the next 3 to 5 years to build on it for their future success. So therefore, the foundational skills which are at the school level, and particularly at the middle school and the senior school, we provide our tools at no cost. Please leverage these opportunities. These tools are available at no cost, and this is called Adobe Express. We also have an MOU with CBSE. There was a circular that Adobe Express is available for all CBSE schools at no cost, including the workshops that we are doing for the teachers. So just make sure that you are aware, you bring it to your classrooms, and your students are able to use it. Not just to build their digital quotient, but also to enhance their creativity skills. We just did a pilot with Kendriya Vidyalayas as well. Again, coming back to it, creativity for all. It's not that we can only deploy Express to schools who have internet or the right infrastructure, but even government schools who are doing really well, they also have access to it. And to our utter surprise, these students actually took to digital as fish takes to water. The creative projects that they were creating, the videos that they came up with, and use of templates to create their worksheets, this was something amazing. I don't have a video right now to share with you, but I promise I'll share it during my next lecture here in this gathering. The third piece which I want to talk about, how do we make sure that if technology is being given in the hands of the students, they should use it to the best use. And again, going back to point one, teachers. So please make sure when you give your assignments, you're able to guide the students properly, maybe include one chapter on media literacy as well, and along with other subjects, you are able to create awareness and build usage so that students are able to build on their curiosity, their creativity, communication, and problem-solving skills. I pause, and I want you all to please ask me questions so that next 5 to 7 minutes, I'd like to have an interaction with you.
Ma'am, questions will be taken at the end from all
All right.
the panels.
Okay, all right. So that's all from my side. Just 2 simple points of execution, and feel free to reach out to us. We want to be a partner with you on this journey towards digital education and eradicate all the challenges that you are having, creating more opportunities for future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing the knowledge. And of course, the point which you told that we teachers are allowed to enroll ourselves for certain workshops. We'll definitely look forward for that in the future. Next, we have with us Mr. Rajiv Khandelwal, Delivery Head, Cybersecurity Business. Mr. Rajiv Khandelwal is a seasoned cybersecurity specialist with over 20 years of global experience and heads the cybersecurity delivery at Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Renowned for expertise in developing and implementing robust security strategies, Rajiv sir has safeguarded numerous organizations against a spectrum of cyber threats. His career is marked by a consistent track record of mitigating risks, enhancing information security infrastructures, and leading complex security projects. With a deep understanding of emerging technologies and regulatory requirements, Mr. Rajiv is a trusted advisor in cybersecurity field, committed to fortifying the digital defenses of enterprises worldwide. So please, over to you.